Hello dear children, I am back with Standard 7 Literature, second poem. We have already done the first one, Against Idleness and Mischief, in the first video. Now in this video we will discuss How Doth the Little Crocodile. Now this poem is written by Lewis Carroll. He was an English writer and mathematician. His most famous works are Alice's Adventure in Wonderland and its sequel, Through the Looking Glass. Carroll used parodies of many famous poems and puzzles in his work. So, this poem, How Doth the Little Crocodile, it is a parody of the poem Against Idleness and Mischief. Now, this parody has been taken from the popular story Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, this in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, we see that Alice fell down a rabbit hole, and there first she drank a potion. Potion is what? It's a magical drink. Okay, and after drinking that potion, actually made her shrink. Okay, and after that she ate some cake, and that made her so large that her head struck the roof of the hall. So she got confused with her identity, and then she tried to repeat this Isaac Watts poem. Okay, this one what we have already done, Against Idleness and Mischief. But he started this poem, but the poem came out all wrong and it formed the parody. Okay, now what is parody? Parody is a kind of writing which is humorous or satirical imitation of a serious piece of literature or writing. What is this humorous? Humorous meaning, humorous is comic. Satirical is taunting. Something is taunted. Okay, someone is taunted or somebody is taunting someone. So through the words, taunt is there, and imitation is the copying. So that means someone has written a poem or a story and someone has done a funny copy of that poem or story. That is a parody. Okay, so what the connection? Let's see. So instead of the bee, we are talking about crocodile here. Okay, so if we read the poem and we discuss, then it will be clear. Let's see what the poem is. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? So there it was, in the previous poem it was how doth the little busy bee improve its shining hour, and here it is how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. So the poet is talking about the crocodile that lives in the river Nile. He tells us that the crocodile improves his look by pouring water on his body, which makes it shine, and the scales appear golden under rays of the sun. Okay, so this will make him look very attractive to the fishes that he wants to prey on. Okay, how cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly sprayed his claws, and welcome little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. So the crocodile cheerfully smiles. Okay, but his smile is a mask he puts to hide his real intention of attracting fishes. So behind the fake smile is a beast who is neatly spreading his claws and waiting for an opportunity to strike at the innocent little fishes that may come from river into his smiling jaws. So this is actually the intention of the crocodile. It is a lazy creature. It doesn't move from its place. It is in the same place, only using moving its tail and pouring water on the body to make it more glowing. When the sun rays are falling, that golden scales are looking golden, shining, which may attract the fish. And why to attract the fish? Because he wants to eat those fishes. So he is keeping a smile on his face. That is nothing but a mask which is actually hiding his main intention. Okay, and he is just waiting for the opportunity to strike the innocent fishes which will come from the river, and it will directly go into his smiling jaws. That means he will eat it, and he doesn't move from his place. So it is just opposite to the bee. So through this poem, this second poem, poet is warning us to be very careful while dealing with others and not get carried away by their fake smile or attractive look. So now one thing you see, first poem is about bee and second poem is about crocodile. Both are not gentle because bee can sting and the crocodile can bite. But the bees are very hardworking and useful, whereas the crocodiles are lazy and dangerous. Okay. So there is a wide contrast between the busy bee building its hive and storing sweet honey, and the crocodile, it's pretending to smile and opening its jaws to trap fish, and this gives rise to the humor. Okay, so this is the poem. This poem, I hope everyone understood. So from here you see we have got the comparison. How we are getting the comparison, you see. Suppose if you see the first poem, how this against idleness and mischief, there you see the animal is honeybee, and in the parody of this poem the animal is crocodile. Now number of lines and stanza, both cases it is 8 lines in 2 stanza. Okay, now you see if we see the construction, it is similar construction, and in the second case it is having more rhyming words. And the first poem, tone is appreciation for the bees, because poet is appreciating the bees, and in the second case poet mocks the crocodile. Actually that the crocodile is lazy, it doesn't do anything, doesn't move, only lying in one place. It tries to attract the fishes, that is, it tries to attract its prey. So it is in a way satirical tone. Okay, so now if we see the rhyme scheme of both the poem, then what we see, you see the first poem, it is A, B, C, B. A, B, A, busy bee, A, our bee, then day, C, then flower, B. A, B, C, B. Okay, and the second poem you see A, B, A, B. This is the rhyme for the second poem. So I hope you all understood both the poems. Go through the poem, learn the word meaning. It will be very easy for you. Thank you.